at Toronto Comicon 2023. It is Saturday, and it is hot as balls. This is an absolute sea of humanity. We are back at the Geeks & Co. booth. We just had our Marvel meetup downstairs at the Cosplay Photo Park, and it went better than we could have hoped for. It was amazing. So big, huge shout out to anybody that came out to the Marvel meetup. You guys absolutely killed it. Speaking of Marvel, oh shit, wait, sorry. We're here today with Reed's Props Plus, and he is in his epic armored Batman. Oh, wow. Sorry, Reed, can you tell me, please, what is the best superpower?
Being rich.
Money, absolutely, yeah, money. Give us some details, Reed. What are you cosplaying today, and how did you go about putting it together?
All right, so today I am dressed up as the armored bat suit from Batman vs. Superman, where he takes on Superman. I also equipped myself with the kryptonite spear. I felt like it was a nice contrast of color to splash of green with the gold and grays. This guy is fully 3D printed. Underneath, I'm wearing my regular Batfleck bat suit. Dying of heat, but for the accuracy's sake, I had to go all out for that. I took I started at the beginning of the year, so a couple months to today, and came together pretty nice.
How did you do all the scarring on the 3D printed material? Because, guys, it's armored. It's hard plastic, but the scarring is really detailed. How did you go about doing that?
So for the overall armor, it has a very rugged, like you just got beat the crap out of by Superman look. And for all the gashes and stuff, because it's PLA and it's plastic, I used a hot knife. Different tips, mostly a wedge blade to get like a nice groove in, and I just went ham. I went off of references from the movie, Hot Toys, and the Prime 1 Studio 1-to-1 collectible, because I wanted to try and get the damage and stuff as accurate as possible to either like mid-fight or like slightly before he gets completely like messed up with like half the helmet breaks off and all that.
I was curious if you would have the indented handprints, but I mean, that would be so difficult to pull off.
So I actually was debating, for crunch time for the con, I didn't have time to do all the damage, but I was debating making another chest piece, like just the front chest and then the helmet, because like I could do like also the messed up shoulder pads and stuff, but that's basically like reprinting an entire new upper body. So I was like, if I just do the front and the helmet, I'll have two helmets, one nice, one not nice.
If it sounded like a critique, it was not. I was just curious.
No.
Tell me about the light up eyes. How did you go about doing that?
So like most Iron Man cosplayers, it's a This one is a flexible material, but you can buy like more rigid ones, which is like a acrylic sheet basically, where there's like a textured dotted texture, and then there's an LED like built in and wired into a battery pack. So just a quick on and off switch I have at the back of the helmet. Those are what I used for the eyeballs. And
how well can you see it of those when they're turned on? Because I've heard mixed reviews from different Iron Man cosplayers saying you can't see anything when they're on, but you seem to be navigating through okay when you have it on.
So before, it all really depends, I would say, on the lighting of the current room. Here, because it's a very open space and high lighting, everyone is like incredibly blurry, but I have decent visibility. But like downstairs, when I was like walking around, I had it on and I could not. It was just, everyone was like a silhouette or just it was all white. But after a while, my eyes have kind of started to adjust to having a light that bright in my eyes. But currently, it's like, it's not bad. Like I can see you right now and your shape, but you're just it's like if I like had really bad vision and I needed to put on glasses and then I threw the glass, or I didn't have the glasses and I didn't wear the glasses. That's what it kind of feels like.
Talk to me a little bit about the spear, because you mentioned you want to have a little bit of color, a little bit of variety, especially the kryptonite piece itself is a really interesting piece. How did the spear come together?
So everything, just like the armor, is all 3D printed. Internally,
even the kryptonite is a 3D print?
Yeah. Piece? So the kryptonite is I printed it in a clear, transparent filament, just to make sure that I have enough clearness so I can put a light through it. Inside, I have a flashlight built into it, so it shines light in there. In here, the light's kind of bright, but like at nighttime and stuff, it's very bright. So basically, it's a clear filament. Then I went over it also has no infill, so it's completely hollow, just to make sure there's nothing like blocking any of the light.
Yeah, you can see it looks crystalline the way you did it.
And on the outside, I did a light green metallic coat to give it like a transparent paint color. And then over top of that, I went with UV resin, clear UV resin, to really get that smooth kind of rock texture.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Can I read? Can I touch your spear? Oh, just the tip? Just for a second, just to see how it feels. I promise I'll stop right away again. That's getting real dirty. Okay.
The costume, it's very dark, it's very gray, it's very Batfleck, right? And I was debating making, sorry about that, I was debating making the Sonic gun from the comics.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to do like another mashup kind of, which I have started at home, but for this, just because it's iconic, just a green bright is such a nice contrast, like holding it around when you're in.
Absolutely. I have to ask, what's with Martha?
My mom.
Yeah, what?
She's good.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So you're not triggered at all by the word Martha.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
We can say Martha as much as we want, and you're okay.
It's a decade, I'm okay.
Honestly, I thought it was overblown too, but if I didn't ask you about it, I get lynched by the faithful there. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't believe you didn't ask about Martha. So you're in this all today, and then what are you doing tomorrow?
So today, just due to mobility and temperature issues, I'm gonna, after this, I might actually hop back to the hotel and take off the bottoms and the torso. Yep. But I think what I'm gonna do is throw on my Snyder Cut hoodie, and then I'll put back on the gauntlets, the forearms, hold the spear, and then just wear the helmet.
Perfect.
So that I can have full comfort, mobility, and not dying of heat, but also I can still be like, hey, I got the Batman kind of going on. Yeah. Plus,
and then for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I have a shoot for this in the morning, I believe like 1 or 2, so I'll wear this until the shoot, and then after the shoot, I'll probably change back into the casual one that I was talking about,
Awesome, Reed. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today and doing the thing on the podcast. Reed's Props Plus. Look at this guy. I mean, honestly, like, if you didn't know, and by the way, guys, too, we talked about this all the time in cosplay, and by the way, I'm not dissing any cosplayers, but in a lot of cases, you'll find a cosplay that you see from 10 or 20 feet away, and you're like, oh, that's amazing, and then you'll get up close to it, and you'll see some of the detail work is maybe not quite. It doesn't matter where you look or how close you get to this. The detail level on it, the paint job, it looks so good.
My favorite texture-wise.
Like, yeah, it's literally bumpy, like, crazy town. Yeah, you've really killed it with this one, man.
The knuckles are all kind of cool. Look at my nails.
Oh my God, they're so pretty. I love them so much.
Look at that little hint of Superman blood.
It's adorable. Hey. Let's calm down on the Man of Steel. Thanks, dude. No, we really appreciate you hanging out on the booth again today. No, anytime. Guys, Reed's Props Plus. If you don't know it by now, we're going to keep telling you over and over again, because this is easily one of the most talented individuals we've ever had on the podcast, that we've ever interacted with. Go check him out. We're still live. I still got the boys here with me, and we're hanging out in the booth. Yeah, Gussie J. Gussie. He's having. Can we talk to you for a second?
Trade 1D.
Swapsies. So in further celebration of Marvel Day, we're going to bring in Gussie J, who is also wearing a DC character. So we've been very fortunate. At Fan Expo last year, we got to team up with Cosplay Alliance, with the Geeks & Company, and have a fantastic booth. This year, we had to split up, but they're right over there. They're right beside us. So if you're going to come down here and you're looking for either one of us, you don't have to look far, because we're right beside us. And it seems like there's this little kind of weird dick measuring thing going on between Gussie and I as to who can be more loud and annoying on the mic. And I'm fairly certain I'm more annoying, but he's definitely more loud.
I think I pissed off.
I don't know about that. Gussie, tell us what you're doing today. What's this amazing cosplay you put together?
This is Red Hood Ronin from Dexter Soy, an artist on Instagram. He did a concept for it. He did a couple of variant comic book covers for it, and I fell in love with it from the very first time. I've been trying to do this for years. I've been trying to do this costume. And this year I was just like, I could do this.
Absolutely.
I could do it.
Tell me how it came together. What did you do to get it put it together?
Basically, I got some ninja outfits, and then I made the foam armor. And then when I found the helmet that I really liked, 3D printed it, scanned it up, scaled it to my head size, which is huge. And then
Brother's got a big head.
Got a big head.
Big head. But it looks so good. You did all the foam work yourself.
That's correct.
And what about the actual the bat pieces there? That's not foam, is it?
It is foam.
Good for you.
Vinyl.
Whoa, stop it.
Somebody taught me that. One of my friends was like, "Oh, I have a cricket," and I was like, "What's a cricket?" And then they showed me, and they were like, I was like, oh, I can put glitter on this? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So I did it, and I was like, all right, this is cool. Yeah.
So when people ask you for your dream cosplay, before this, it was this, and now you've done this, you'd be like, yeah.
I'm done with cosplay. I was like, but there's one. Look, I'm telling you right now, there's one that's on my list though. Yeah. It's my Iron Man that I've been working on. It's all put together. The only thing that has to be put on it is the electronics, like the lights, the sound effects, and that's taken me 3 years.
Get some help, bro. Reach out. This is what this guy does.
It's
your passion project.
I have to do it. Once I finish, Messiah, I tell you, once I finish that, I'm done. Cosplay's over for me.
That's your retirement cosplay?
My retirement cosplay. I'm going to hang it up, put it in the garage, have it activated so when the garage opens, he says, hello, sir. And then that's it. I'm done.
You can't top that anyway. You might as well be done at that point. Tell me a little bit about working over at Cosplay Alliance this weekend. How's that been going for you so far?
Well, I'm doing my best to keep the crowd happy. I'm feeding them, giving them drinks. We just want people to have a good time, take some pictures, and just, enjoy themselves. It's hot and sweaty in here. We want to keep them cool is what we want to do.
So what have you been doing? I've noticed you've had a host of different cosplayers in there that are just absolutely killing it. How has that been, having people coming through the booth, taking pictures of people, and seeing the amazing cosplays you guys have had?
I'm not going to lie. It's really busy in there. But it's great to see the cosplay community come out, because we've put them on our magazine a couple of times. And so they're just it's good to see that they came out to support, to show love, and see the crowd of people that like them.
Give me some shout outs on some of your crew that you've been working with over there this weekend.
There's Christian Pera.
We're okay, kids. We're okay.
We're okay. Everything.
We're good.
We got Lisa Marani. I don't know if I said her name right.
That's okay.
But it's okay.
You got some handles you can throw at us too?
Oh, those are the handles for them.
Yeah, cool.
Those are those handles.
Yeah.
We had Kitty, iKitten. We have Ivy.
I love how I'm putting him on the spot to come up with all this right now, right? This is great. I'm such a dick.
The Toronto Iron Man, but he doesn't go by that anymore.
Oh, Roberto. Yeah, Arias Legacy Creations.
Arias Legacy Creations.
His stuff is next level, man.
Oh, man. John Rust, that's his actual name on the Instagram handle. Damn, there's a lot of people that came through.
Brother, you're killing it already. I can't believe you came up with that many. That's insane. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that because I don't know everybody over there either. I wanted to make sure because you guys have been killing it all weekend. What's next for Gussie J other than the retirement cosplay? Is there anything in between that you're going to try to put together, or is it you're going to retire and say done?
I'm supposed to head up to New York Comicon and Dragon Con this year. After that, Beyonce. Before that, Beyonce, Dragon Con, New York Comic Con.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a busy schedule, my friend.
Yeah, it's a busy schedule. For New York Comic Con, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just gonna go hang out for once. No cosplay. I'm just
be comfortable, be mobile.
I'm gonna be a muggle.
Nice. I mean, we'll shun you, but that's good. That's nice. If people want to get a hold of you or people want to see your stuff, how can they do that? What's the best way to go about that?
You can just hit me up on Instagram at Gussie J. That's GUSSYJAY. Yeah.
Why? Because his shit's dope and you got to go see it. All right? Gussie, man, thank you so much for joining us today. Absolutely. Go have fun up the booth. Guys, we are still here. We are doing our stuff. Who is coming in next? You already ticketed me. No, you already I can't have another one. What the hell, man? Oh, at least you've got, because that one didn't even have my name on it. Now this one does. I've just been, I have it in, hey, Mugabe! Dude! Oh my God, guys, I just squealed into the camera. I'm so sorry. I haven't seen this guy in I don't know how many years. Your Iron Fist is good. We're on a live podcast. Do you mind coming in for a quick interview? Is that okay? Okay, no, okay. Oh, yeah, that's what you are. You're shy. Oh my God. Mugabe, you too, brother, you too. Years ago, we did thank you. Years ago, Gussie does a bishop and I do a cable, and we done a photo shoot together, and it was amongst the most fun. Very, very talented young man. Amazing cosplayer, just a good dude. So I have been cited by the Empire here at TCC, disrupting the flow of traffic in Imperial space, collaborating with the Rebel Alliance, unauthorized use of a lightsaber, possession of rebel propaganda, possession of stolen cargo, failure to show allegiance to the Empire, Failure to join the 501st Legion. Listen, I'm gonna treasure this always. This is very
The
important.
last one is the big one, obviously.
Rebel Legion's here, 501st here. They're always giving us a hard time, and we never care. We love you. We do. We absolutely love you. Who are we talking to next? Do we have anybody lined up as far as that goes?
Lined up. I mean, there's Mr. Michael over there, Michael Myers.
Mike.
Come on over here. Come and show off your new Ghost Rider.
So,
Yeah, go move this way.
okay, sorry. You may not know who this is. I can give you some hints. I'll give you, first of all, they've been, oh, did you say it out loud? Well, shit. Never mind. There's no hints. It's Myers Corp. It's Michael Myers. He has been on the podcast. He's a friend of the podcast. And this is, so who are you today? You're Nick Cage, right?
I am Nick Cage. Yes.
Sweet. It's so great. But which Nick Cage character are you today?
I am Ghost Rider.
This is the first time that you've worn this. Is that correct?
This is the first time I've worn this cosplay.
Give me some details. How did you put this together? What was the inspiration?
I've always been a fan, and it's a character that not many people do. So all of this is foam. The front part was a template from Kamui Cosplay, and then I built the rest of the skull, and then put a whole ton of paint and work into it, only to cover with flames.
As you do.
Which are all little pieces of cellophane, heat formed and stuck all over, and all of this is the same.
It looks great. You've got the change. Now you made the shoulder pads clearly. You made the gauntlets as well. Is this all EVA foam for that?
It's all EVA foam.
How long did it take you to put it together, would you say?
2 months off and on.
It's not bad, actually, as far as that goes. So why Ghost Riders? Has this been one that you've been wanting to do for a while, or is it a recent thing that you thought of?
Ghost Rider is a character that everyone knows, even if they're not a comic book fan. So even just walking through here, there are people like, you're that guy, and I'm like, Ghost Rider. Yeah. So
Flamey Skull guy.
He's got a look, and I've always been a fan.
We got to find you some Spirits of Vengeance for you to like team up with today or something like that. But I mean, it looks great. Now the leather jacket's got to be a little bit warm.
It's getting there. I just did a photo shoot outside, so it's not too bad right now. But yeah, after about an hour, you start to feel it.
And how is the vision? Because clearly you've got the whole blacked out face. How's the vision going as far as getting around and motivating here?
It's pretty good. I can see blurry, but I can see pretty much everything.
So that's pretty much every cosplayer. I don't have my glasses on, so it's all blurry for me too. Are you only here today?
I'm only here today.
Sweet, and you're just wearing that today? You're not going to change?
Nope, this is it. I'll probably do
I don't blame you.
more, and then I'll probably head home.
Your stuff is always amazing. What are you working on next, or what's the inspiration for the next cosplay? If you can share that, by the way, you don't have to. But what do you got in the pipeline?
I have been a Star Wars fan for a little while. I'm not a diehard Star Wars fan, but I am a little bit.
You can be wrong. That's fine.
I grew up with Shadows of the Empire on the N64, so I'm working on Dash Rendar right now.
Ooh, nice.
Dash Rendar.
Nice.
There might be something. I think something's going on May the 4th, I think.
There's a little thing.
What? Is there something going on May the 4th? Is there a Geeks & Co. event on May the 4th in London, Ontario, Canada at London Brewing Co-op from 3 to 9? Yes, there is. So hopefully we're going to get to see our friend Michael Myers here. If that's a cat, there's a cat. There's a cat. That's an actual cat. Can we get the cat? That's a live cat.
What's his name who does Atrocitus needs to get?
I agree.
He's a Dexter.
Yes, absolutely. That's a cat. Do not make the jokes I know you all want to make. Where can people see your stuff and find you online?
Sure. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Myers Corp Creations. I have a weekly show that I just started every Monday night called Monday Night Nerd. We talk about all different nerd topics. This week we're talking about 90s wrestling.
You have a weekly podcast that you're doing now, talking about topical stuff. Where did you come up with that thought?
I don't know. I was graciously guested on someone else's podcast, and I went, you know what, this is really fun. I can't pester them all the time to be on it, so why don't I just do my own?
Genius, guys. Go check it out. What is the podcast called?
Monday Night Nerd, Monday, 7 o'clock on my YouTube channel.
Perfect, guys. Go check it out, and check out Myers Corp Creations on Instagram. He's got some amazing stuff. Thanks, Michael, for hanging out with us today.
Thank you,
Appreciate hearing from you, buddy. We are still here. Now, you guys might be wondering, typically when we're at Toronto Comicon or any of these things, we're wandering the con. The problem is, it fucking sucks right now in here because it's so busy. So we're just going to stay here at the booth. It's a good view of the booth you're getting, and we're just going to bring people in and talk to them while we're doing. Speaking of Marvel Day, I'm getting stabbed in the neck, and I have to talk to Michael, which is like getting stabbed in the neck. Michael, why don't you, a friend of the podcast, he has not been on the podcast, even though I've asked him about 87 times, but he tunes in every week. Yeah, I know. He's like, I'm biding my time.
I'm difficult.
You are difficult. You're not wrong about that.
Come to those who wait.
What are you?
Time to hesitate.
What are you?
Those who run seem to have all the fun.
Oh God!
That song there, Jeff. You
tell
just
me.
found out about it,
Thanks.
eh?
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know.
Can you tell the faithful at home what you're cosplaying today?
Well, I probably told them a million times.
You're gonna tell them again.
Yep. So I am a commander from the NBC miniseries V.
V as in?
Not Vendetta.
No, but just V.
V. The letter V as in victory or visitors, I would say.
So remind maybe some of our younger viewers what that was at the time, because this is pre-streaming, pre-internet. What was V for us?
So let's go back to 1983. Remember 1983?
Vaguely.
Yeah, me too. So anyway, it was around the time where networks would do chapterized stories over several evenings. So NBC did this one called V, and it was spread out over 3 nights. And basically, it was about aliens that invaded the world. They came in peace, but really, we did not come in
Wait,
peace.
are we actually talking about V for real?
We really are talking about V for real. Why?
Just kidding.
Oh.
Just kidding. I actually love the original V. It was
I don't know. Let me just.
When I was a kid, the original V was my jam.
Well, that's what we were.
That's
trying
what
to
we're just.
impart,
That's
that-
what we're trying to say.
And then some French guy come up and interrupted us with his like, "Are you really talking about V?"
Or call it. Oh. So yeah. Anyway, V. It was great. No, unfortunately, sorry about that.
Now you typically have a V crew that you're hanging out with, yes?
Getting changed right now, as a matter of fact.
Better late than never. So you are a commander, you said.
Correct.
Who's going to be joining you today?
So I've got Brent coming. He's a shock trooper, so he will be in dark armor, black. And then I've got my security chief, Jolene, that will be coming, but she's still up here, I think. Anyway.
And if any other old nerds would like to get involved in this very expensive hobby, how do they go about being a shock trooper or a commander or a chief of security?
Well, you can't be a commander because I'm the commander, but everything else is up for negotiation. No, honestly, if you are interested in becoming a member of the Visitor Fleet, there is a Facebook group called the Connecticut Mothership, the CTV. They're the ones that actually hand make all of this stuff based off of screen accurate uniforms that they own.
And is there like almost like a 501st-esque approval process that people have to go through, or can they just be like, I want to be that, and then they get to be that?
It's more we like to get to know the people so that there's no drama in the group. It's not like you have to be CRL approved or anything like that, which, yeah, well.
That's fair. Now, you were here yesterday. What did you cosplay then?
What did I cosplay yesterday? Oh, yeah, it was Spock from Strange New Worlds, which
Hey!
was a lot of fun.
We did have fun in our Strange New Worlds group. Are you coming tomorrow?
Yeah, Paul Atreides from Dune.
The old Dune or the new Dune?
The new Dune.
You've worn that one before?
I've worn it twice, I think. So this will be third time.
And you're enjoying that?
It's warm, but I love it, yeah.
Are you excited for Dune Part 2?
When is November again? Right.
That'll answer that. Guys, if they want to find you online and see your stuff, how do they do that?
Instagram, mykill, MYKILLICON.
Michael Icon, guys. Go check him out on Instagram. He's a lot of fun. Send him a bunch of DMs. Harass him a little bit. That would be great, because that's all he does with me. Michael, thanks. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I could smell the beer on his breath.
I want more.
I know you do. I don't know. Zaphod? Whoever wants to come on in. Come on in. We're available. Again, it's on Marvel Day. You're not Marvel today, are you?
I'm Corinthian.
I know you are. Yeah, sorry. Tell again what you're doing today.
I'm just going around headhunting and enjoying the serial convention and just looking out to have a good time.
So the character is the Corinthian, correct? From the new hit Netflix series Sandman?
Yeah, and good comics too.
And the comics too. Can you tell us a little bit about how you put the costume together, what you did today?
Thrift store shopping and printing the name tag by myself, and I cut it all by myself and did a DIY style, and I wear my glasses to hide my 2 teeth eyes.
And had you already read the comics before watching the series?
Long time ago in 2008 when I was in college.
And did you find this series was a faithful adaptation of the comic books?
Faithful and done a lot better than the series was back in the day.
Are you looking forward to season 2?
Yeah, season 2, yeah. That's why I know there won't be any Fan Expo Sandman guests because they're filming. But yeah, I would love to meet them anyway, so.
Is there anything in particular out of season 2 that you're most looking forward to that you're hoping to see that maybe was in the comics?
Desire dragging Dream about how many failed ex-girlfriends he had, and also Dream getting the key of hell and having an auction. And also looking forward to the trans character Wanda too.
Awesome. If people want to see more of your stuff, Tam, how do they go about doing that?
They can find me now at my new username that I changed in the new year, Tamrinthian. But I'm still Tampire at heart, so you can follow me anywhere on Instagram, Tumblr, wherever.
Awesome, guys. Tam Rithian, go check him out on Instagram. Thanks, Tam, for being with us today.
Yeah.
Twitter, too. All right, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Take care.
You're the American dream.
Thank you. It is America's ass. As if Jen actually pointed down to my ass. That's great. That's awesome. Come on in. Absolutely. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
We're getting some B-roll here and some awesome costumes that are walking by. That is wild.
Looks like legit chainmail.
Yeah, I think it might be.
As well. Yeah, a lot of the stuff we're seeing around here is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's been absolutely incredible.
A lot of great foam smithing, a lot of great armor smithing.
Speaking of great foam smithing and great armor smithing, this gentleman I met at a con, and he was dressed as a Kingsguard from Game of Thrones, and it is, to this day, probably one of the most impressive costumes I've ever seen. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you, man.
It's really good to see you, too.
What are you cosplaying today?
I am basically, this is as casual cosplay as it gets. I got a couple of van braces that I just put together. I've been doing a lot of leather smithing these days, foam smithing, so I dovetailed into doing leather working, and I am just living up my best medieval life right now. I'm actually downstairs right now with the Oxford Renaissance Festival. Our club, which is Dwarf, the Dueling Weapons Academy of Renaissance Fencing, is down there, and we're representing the Oxford Renaissance Festival, and we do a lot of historical European martial arts, reenactment stuff. So since I was meeting up with them today, I decided to come along and just dress up like this.
Yeah, the scribe from Oxford Renfest has been in the podcast chat quite a few times. We follow each other on Instagram. Dorchester's right outside of London where I am. So I went to the Renfest this past year. I was there with our Lord of the Rings group. I was Boromir. We had a Faramir. We had a Lady Gwendolyn. And we had an Eowyn. So, yeah, it was a fantastic time. Yeah, guys, if you are ever in the mood for an amazing time, Oxford Renfest, wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Are you only here today?
Yeah, I'm only here today. We got the 3 o'clock onwards tickets, and we're just coming here. There's a fight night later on tonight with our folks downstairs. They're going to do some actual sword combat for everyone. That's happening at 5 o'clock, so I came here to make sure I could be part of that and watch, and I got a buddy that I'm squiring for, so it's going to be a great time.
Awesome. What have you got coming up in the pipeline as far as either leather work or foam work or whatever? What's next and what's in store?
Well, next in store for me, I had to take a hiatus from Halo for a little bit because I'm part of the 405th Infantry Division, the Halo costuming group. Had to take a hiatus from that for a little bit because of some life stuff, but I'm hoping to get back into it, doing a ODST cosplay as ODST Buck, and I am hoping that this lovely lady over here, who is my fiance, is going to cosplay as Veronica Dare with me. So that is our hopeful couples cosplay going forward. And then after that, it's whatever I see that looks really cool coming down the pipeline. I don't know what it's going to be, but I see something similar to Kingsguard. I took a look at that from season 1 and 2 of Game of Thrones, and I said, this is maybe the most awesome armor I've ever seen, and I want it. So whatever comes up next and I think is cool, that's going to be it.
If people want to see your work, which, by the way, guys, is absolutely incredible, how can they go about doing that, and what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Okay, so the best way to get a hold of me is on Instagram at foam_smith. And that's how you find me on Instagram. My Instagram right now is me drawn as a Kingsguard. I did some cosplay modeling there for a little bit. Foam_Smith on Instagram is the best way to see the portfolio of my work and get in contact. And that's pretty much it.
I've been meaning to ask you, do you do commission work or take commissions?
I used to do commission work. I had to take a little bit of a reevaluation on that for a little bit. Right now, I'm just doing commissions for friends. I'm not doing public commissions, but I'm still producing work every so often so that people can see. And yeah, I'm just making it for me usually.
But commissions for friends. We're friends, right?
Oh, we're definitely friends at this point. So if you need, like, for example,
I'm such a dick.
I just made a really nice belt for a buddy of mine down there at the club that has his sword that can go into a scabbard and his buckler on the other side. So I do some leather working like that. So yeah, that way I can just talk to people directly. And really, it saves me the hassle of having to interpret with someone else how they want something done. Because that's the problem with commission work sometimes. You get into a situation where you have to have way more interaction with the client than they're really willing to give you. So in that sense, you really have to be careful what you take on for commission work, which is why I'm only doing it for friends right now. So hey, if you need some leather stuff done, hit me up.
I will be, guys. Foam_Smith on Instagram. Check out his stuff. It's not just his King Guard. I'm just a nerd for his Kingsguard, but everything this guy does is amazing. Thanks so much for joining us today on the podcast. We appreciate it, brother.
Really good to see you.
You too, man. Absolutely. Anytime. This is weird. I swear to God, I saw the president of the galaxy here early. I'm not
You don't imagine.
100% sure. Oh my God, it's Zaphod Beeblebrox. Now hold on, I do have a question. Is it Zaphod or Zaphod? What? How do you pronounce it?
Correctly.
Walked right into that one, didn't I? I'm gonna have to take a poll. I've never met anyone that can put me in my place maybe as quick as Doug can. Guys, this is Art of the Con. He is a friend of the podcast. He's a friend of ours. Tell us what you're doing today, Doug.
I'm doing Zaphod Beeblebrox from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, based on the old BBC TV series. It's a character I've been in love with for years and wanted. I've actually done this once before, like when I was 18. So,
Give us some details on what you've done and how you put all this together.
a lot of sewing and a lot of spending time in the back rooms at fabric shops.
I remember you were like, I found the material for the pants, and it all came together from there. Give me at least a little bit detail work on what you've done.
I taught myself how to sew. YouTube is your friend. The pants, I actually bought a pattern to make pants, and so that came in very handy. The jacket and the shirt, because of the 2-head thing and the 3-arm thing, it's kind of hard to find a pattern for that. So,
Many modifications. So yeah, you guys don't know, you're not familiar with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yes, he has 2 heads and 3 arms, and he's the president of the galaxy. But I mean, president of the galaxy, you think he'd be a very intelligent, regal character. How would you describe Zaphod Beeblebrox?
the best way to describe Zaphod Beeblebrox, he's a con artist. He goes to christen a brand new ship and steals it. He then goes to the restaurant at the end of the universe and steals Disaster Area's stunt ship. So, I mean, he's a con artist and a thief.
But we love him.
Exactly. But he also invented the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
He did invent the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. And for those that don't know, what's the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster?
It is the best drink in the universe, and apparently if you have more than 2, you need to seek help.
I think we're already at a point where we need to seek help. What is coming up for you? Do you have anything in plans to do for future events?
I am breaking my first rule of cosplay. Friends don't let friends cosplay as Marvel, and I'm doing my first Marvel cosplay.
I'm sorry, you're doing?
Magneto.
OMG. Which version of Magneto are we going to see you in?
The comic book version.
In particular, which comic book look are you going for?
Red and purple.
X-Men. 2000's X-Men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2000's X-Men, that's going to be dope. What led you to finally break your Marvel cherry when it comes to cosplay?
Well, I've been looking for a character, and I've shown you a few that I was considering. But I need to get a character that people are going to instantly recognize. So
That's definitely going to be Magneto. Is there anything about the character specifically, though, that kind of spoke to you?
he's an anti-hero. So that's a personal favorite of mine. You don't see people cosplaying as him, so that's another area that I like. So,
hey, speaking of things we don't see people cosplaying that you would be really genius for, when are we finally...
I distinctively remember us having an episode of the podcast where you called out people for telling you, oh, you should cosplay this. And Doug was on that episode, and you are about to do the same thing to him. I just wanted to point that out, folks. So now you can ask him his question.
I'm going to counter that real quick and say Doug and I have already had this conversation, and Doug was the one that broke down on this first before me. I did not bug him about this. Brando Jor-El from the original Superman.
I am planning on that to happen, but I got to figure out how to make the S glow, because I don't want just to be a standard, oh, look, I've got a Superman S on my chest. I want it to stand out. So
I'm fully erect thinking about him being the Brando Jor-El. Art of the Con, guys. It's art_of_the con. Is that what it is? Are there underscores between all of them? Go check out his stuff. He is a wonderful. What do we got? Art_of_the_con. Art of the Con. Go check out Doug's stuff. It's wonderful. Doug finds those kind of niche characters that people know but nobody does. And he's also a huge friend of the podcast. So we appreciate you coming on, Doug. Thank you so much, brother. Absolutely. Guys, President of the Galaxy, everybody. You don't have to bow. It's fine. I think there might be some special guests. JS, can you? I'm losing my voice. Can you take over?
Yes. Yo, we had some people that just showed up. Yeah, disconnect me, please. Thank you very much. Come on in, guys. Come on in. We've got some special guests that just showed up. I know you guys are going to be on the podcast in 2 weeks.
On the 30th.
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But how about you let everybody know who you are and what you're doing right now, what you're dressing up as?
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Wendy.
We're the Married Makers. We do cosplay, prop building, 3D printing, stuff like that. I'm dressed up as Gary, or the Gary from Final Space. This is one of our helmets that we printed, vacuum formed the lens, all that kind of stuff herself. Yeah, and so that's our thing.
And I'm just chilling today.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, I mean, you were cosplay guests at Fan Expo. You had a talk at Fan Expo. You're not doing any of that. You're just here enjoying the con, being con goers again.
Yeah.
This is the first time in years, since probably 2019, 2018, where we've actually just enjoyed a con, as opposed to working a booth, doing panels. You know, I mean, that's fun too, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's just nice. We dropped off our daughter at the grandparents', have a nice weekend for just us, you know?
The last hurrah before the new baby comes.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of work, when you get to bring all your stuff, and you guys do your thing. You bring 3D printers, and I'm being expressive here, and I'm in front of the camera. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah. So how are you finding Comicon? You guys got here today.
Yes, we got here today.
What do you think about the day so far?
It's busy.
It is busy. I mean, being in the north building makes it a little more crowded, but you guys got a pretty sweet setup over here, and overall it's nice. It's nice meeting old friends again, meeting a bunch of people and stuff like that. It's more the social aspect that we come here for now, but overall, can't really complain.
And you guys are staying right here, right? Which I'm not going to say where, but
yes, we're attached.
Okay, we're gonna be having some drinks tonight, FYI. So, well, I mean, I don't know. You probably won't be having drinks, but you know.
I'll take it on her behalf. So
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Can you spill some beans? Is there anything that you're working on, maybe you can?
So right now we actually have a sponsorship through Rust-Oleum.
Yeah.
Rust-Oleum Canada.
That, yes.
So
you just did the contest.
We just did a contest, a draw for like all of our favorite stuff, like primer, leak seal, which is a better version of Plastidip, saved, spray guns, stuff like that. But right now they're kind of sponsoring a new build. It's a Pokemon-based armor build, and so they sponsor that. They give us our supplies, and we just mention all the products we use and stuff, and it's actually been really great. Have a great relationship with them, and we're trying to set something up for future cons with them, along with a fellow sponsor, Dana the Sloth. She's awesome.
Is she local as well?
Yep, she's also local-ish.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. I thought she was in the U.S. for some weird reason. You mentioned, is it Leak Seal? Is that what you called it?
Leak Seal, yeah.
Rust-Oleum has a couple of different similar type of products. Yep. They've got Peel Coat, they've got Leak Seal, they've got Flex Seal, they've got a couple of different ones. Why Leak Seal? What's the difference between the Leak Seal and, let's say, a Plastidip or their Peel Coat or any other?
Well, Leak Seal's great because it's the same price, or if not cheaper than Plastidip in that. And
that's always a plus.
can's bigger, so you get more bang for your buck. And we found, depending on the distance you spray, like here versus here, you can almost get a different bump texture. It can be smooth, it can give a little bit of texture, which is great for, like different types of weathered metal or chitinous shells or skulls or whatever. I just overall find it better. It's great. Comes in different colors as well, so it's a good base coat.
So Rust-Oleum, you guys are going to be working with them for the foreseeable future, I guess?
It's like a partnered sponsorship. We hope so, yeah. We have a contract for now, and we're hoping, we've had nothing but good relationship with them, so we're hoping it'll just keep going. And
when's the Pokemon armor going to be out?
Well, the helmet's almost done.
Yeah.
Wendy's just finishing up on the wig. That's her realm.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just the helmet.
Oh, you look very excited about that one.
It's a lot of work. Wig work is hard, man. It's super hard. I never knew. I can model all day and 3D print all day, but the wig is brutal.
I don't know anything about wigs.
Out there.
Yeah, I don't know anything about wigs, so I can't say, but I see some crazy stuff sometimes, but yeah.
Armor is our strong point. Printing, crafting. When it comes to sewing, wig work,
It's hard.
we're very, very new at that, so it's nice to try it, but man, it's hard.
Yeah, you're learning new things, right? That's what keeps me going. If I'm not learning, I'm not having fun. That's the way I see it.
Sure.
If people want to see the finished product and they want to find you, where are they going to see it?
Instagram's our primary socials, at Married Makers. We have a website, marriedmakers.ca, Twitter, Married Makers. We don't really do that, though. That's a young person thing, I think. I don't know. We're too old for that.
Young person game.
And we have a TikTok as well. I think it's
underscore
Married Makers.
Somebody already had it.
Yeah.
Married Makers, you'll find everything.
But if you go to our Insta, at Married Makers, we have a link tree to everything. You can just check it out there. And you can see our progress, because we like to do a lot of work in progress videos and stuff.
That's awesome. Guys, are you going to be on the podcast at the end of the month? Maybe. Well, you're going to see Aaron. You might see Wendy at the podcast at the end of the month. We're going to see the Married Makers, and we're going to chat more about some of the stuff that you do and the process that you take. Because you've built your own vacuum form machine, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to want to talk about some of that when
yeah.
we're on the podcast at the end of the month. Have fun, guys. Are you going to be around all day? But you're obviously around all day. You're here tomorrow as well?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Stick around. We'll hook up and do something.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. I'm a little. There you go. I'm a little busy on my hands right here. Mr. Jeff, did we? How long have we been live, by the way, producer Jen?
40 minutes now. We can probably start wrapping
We could probably wrap it up. I wanted to go walk around, but it's so Jen. I don't know if you want to just take a look down here, but it's friggin' pandemonium in here. As much as we want to go walk around, the minute we're going to put our helmets back on, it's going to go nuts again. So I think maybe we will cut it off here. We're going to be back tomorrow.
Break. Yeah. Yep.
Take
a little break. We'll have maybe one final push with you guys.
Yeah.
That'll be it for the day. So.
And then get some food and potentially some adult beverages. Adult Beverage Club.
I could totally go for some adult beverages. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
sir. Guys, if you don't know Teresa's amazing. Can we actually talk to you for 5 seconds before we go off the air? Can we? Come on over here.
She looks so happy and excited.
Guys, I want you guys to meet Teresa. Teresa's been with us so far all weekend, and she's going to be here all weekend, taking pictures for us.
Yes.
Dope ass friggin' pictures.
Thanks.
Teresa, why don't you tell everybody who you are, maybe where they can find you, and a little bit of what you do, and how come you're here taking pictures for us today?
Okay, I'm Teresa Oldham. I used to be the owner of Pick This Studio, so a lot of you still know me from that. I have closed the studio, but now I'm still doing stuff like this with everybody. No more green screen, I'm very sorry. But this is one way that I get to still experience all of you and all of them and see greatness. I do weddings. I just said doo-doo.
You did just say doo-doo.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to let you have it, but you called it out. So, way to go, shitmouth. Go ahead, continue.
I do weddings, pets, boudoir, pretty much anything. Pets, like pet photos, yeah. Pet boudoirs if you need them, I guess. But
Guys, you heard it here first. If you need a pet boudoir, check out Teresa.
pretty much anything you guys come up with and say, hey, can you shoot this? I'm pretty game. No nudity. I'm awkward. Don't like that. But
Where online? Did you already say online?
yes, I'm on Instagram under t.o.p.cosplay.
Sorry, t.o.b. P. Oh, top. Oh, yes. Duh. That's right. t.o.p.cosplay on Instagram at t.o.p.cosplay. Teresa, you are amazing. Well, yes, fair enough. Teresa is here because of Jeff, because we didn't know Teresa before this. So all thanks to Jeff. There you go.
That picture is taken by that girl. Killed it. Teresa and I have been fortunate enough to work. Yeah, sorry. Teresa and I have worked a bunch at a whole bunch of different events. In fact, we've worked this event before at a booth that we did. And by we, I mean like 90% Teresa, and I just stood around and looked important. So, yeah, we have had, I can't even tell you how many people we've had through the booth already, plus the meetups. Like, you signed on for this, and you have been tireless and nonstop.
Really?
Yeah, I got used to it with the green screen. So
Yeah.
when I had the green screen, it was nonstop
And it wasn't a crew of 6. It was
crazy.
A crew of like 2.
Yeah,
like
I did
maybe
the
3.
photos, I edited them, I printed them out. It was very like boom, boom, boom. So I'm good at organization.
So hang on. So that means that you would have been there in Oshawa when we first met. You would have been there.
I brought them there.
Yeah. Guys, Teresa is a godsend. She's been helping us out all weekend. Thank you so much. And I've been cadging hugs from her the whole time. I think we're gonna start wrapping it up, guys. Of course, we're tired. We're hungry. We're hangry. We're hangry.
People waiting.
We're absolutely hating, and there are people waiting. Yeah. So we're gonna we gotta get out. We gotta wrap this up. So we definitely want to help you guys out, guys. Thanks once again for tuning into the podcast. That's JS. Rob is somewhere over there. Producer Jen's behind the corner. Editor Megan is right over there in her Black Widow. And you know me, Big Mouth. Oh, Jamie Jam, Smoky Jam, Jamie, who is the mouth. I don't know what the mouthpiece is doing over there, but she's been busting my balls all weekend long. And it's not going to stop anytime soon. So, guys, thanks for tuning in once again. We are going to see you here live tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. It is DC Day tomorrow. So, same bat time, same bat channel. Right now, these fools are going to put their hats back on, and we're going to entertain the folks. So, get down here if you're not coming down here. If you're coming down here on Sunday, come see us. But stay geeky, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow.